Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, the podcast with your host, Chris. I am that guy who I just spoke of. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 142. I have a great guest lined up for this episode, but I have a lot of things I have to talk about, so lots of shop talk. First of all, 5-4 Club, sponsor of the show. And I like them. I love their clothing. I'm wearing a 5-4 Club shirt right now. I like it. So you guys go sign up. And when you use the link, you save money doing it. So you should do that. Please. All right. So that's one thing out of the way. Second thing is I started up a GoFundMe page where I'm trying to get back into filmmaking. And I wrote a script. And I want to direct it. And I need some help doing that. So I set up a GoFundMe page, and if you would like to donate, click on the link below. Leave me a couple bucks, please, and thank you. If you don't have the cash to spend, I'm not going to hold it against you. Share it around. Let's get this thing going. But yeah, hopefully I can make my short film. It'd be great. So that's number 2. Number 3. I forgot to mention that since my birthday episode was this last episode, I always change the music. So I have a new theme song, and it's The Hives, and they're awesome. And everyone should go listen to them. Now, my guest, I'm running out of time. My guest today is Kim Paris. She's so wonderful. She's an actress based out in New York, and I had a blast chatting with her. She trained with UCB. We all know how much I love comedy, so like I said, just a real pleasure and joy to chat with, and I gotta have her back on whenever she wants. So, but enough talking, let's get into this episode. So Chris, cue the music, please.
Hello.
Hey, Kim.
Hi, Chris.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Just been chilling.
That's good.
So this is Casting for Two. It's a very loose show where we can talk about whatever you'd like. But I would like to find out more about you, though.
Sure.
And I have this fascination for comedy and improv and all that good stuff. And you went to UCB.
Yes, I did.
And can you explain the experience of doing that? Because that's something I'm very interested in.
You know, I highly recommend UCB. It's one of the hardest things that I ever did in my life, but also one of the most rewarding. It's so challenging to just put yourself out there. And the whole thing about improv at UCB, it's like going with, they have the game of the scene is what it's called. So it's always yes, and you have to go with the flow. You know, they talk about how a lot of dramatic actors, it's all about conflict and, people, not necessarily arguing, but just creating drama.
Right.
And so a lot of it's I want to do this. No, I want to do this. And that's where the problems arise and the drama ensues. But improv at UCB is all about, hey, I'm a monkey. You are a monkey. I love your ears. And, you just have to go with it. So if people decide to start rolling around on the floor and acting like, a chimpanzee, that's what you have to do. So, yeah, it's really challenging to be so uninhibited. But it was so fun. And I think it's the best comedy in New York City, if not the country.
And how many years did you do this for?
I did it for, 2 classes. So
Okay.
they do Improv 101, Improv 201, and then after that there's 2 more classes, and then you can start auditioning to be a part of a team,
Hmm.
and performing improv at the theater. So you do a performance after every, when you graduate from a class, and that's what I did for both. Um, After my 201 class, I actually started taking private improv coaching with a group of my students with one of the guys from UCB. His name is Jonathan Gabris, and
Hmm.
now I think he's doing really well. He's on TV, and um, but then I moved back to Michigan for a little while, so I kind of got out of the improv thing, and it's something I want to get back into.
Okay, right on. And what was it that brought you to, performing in general?
Oh man, I wanted to be an actor since I was a little kid. I mean, I remember some of my earliest memories are watching cartoons.
Hmm.
And I was so engrossed with the characters, and I just remember feeling so sad at certain parts and just feeling really connected at wanting to. I mean, I don't think it was like a conscious thing, but I felt connected with storytelling at a very, very young age. I remember maybe when I was like 10, I had a friend who told me that they wanted to be like a veterinarian, which is a wonderful, admirable career.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine that anybody would want to be anything other than an actor. I was so surprised. And I think it took me a long time to realize that not everybody has that um, desire to perform, but I always have.
Right. No, it makes sense because I was thinking about that the other day. Because I have friends that do other things in this world, and I'm just like, why wouldn't anybody choose anything other than acting or, being in the film industry, TV, anything like? Come on, it's so much fun.
It is fun. Do you like to act?
I do. Okay, so I consider myself the best non-actor in the world, which means I don't act really, but my friends will be like, "Hey, do you want to play the sidekick?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely, no
And
problem."
then you do.
Yeah, I do, and I just have a lot of fun doing that.
I
But
bet you're great.
oh well, thank you. But I am not a full fledged actor. If I wouldn't want to see myself. Like in a Will Smith "I Am Legend" scenario.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Well, "I Am Legend" is all Will Smith the entire time. He can pull it off because he's Will Smith. Me, like 90 minutes of me. No, thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I don't
But
know if I buy that, but okay.
well, but then I do more behind the scenes. I do more writing or what I call writing. I loosely based writing and directing and editing and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and see that's what I like to do. Like you, I'm very interested in character work, and all that good stuff.
Awesome.
But yeah, I also have a friend who doesn't watch and or like movies, and that just blows my
Really?
mind. Yeah, it's just I
Does
like.
he like TV?
You know what? He does watch more TV than anything. Yes.
Hmm.
But it's just getting him to watch a movie is just like pulling teeth, and I don't get it.
Hmm. I had a friend once who didn't like to watch independent films,
Okay.
and this is maybe like over 10 years ago, where he just, he said film is about escapism and I want to be entertained and I don't want to be, he just thought that like a lot of independent film was just you had to think about it too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I completely did not share that view at all because I love indie film.
Right.
But I have recently grown to appreciate action films more than I ever have.
Yeah.
And things like I just did a short science fiction film. I had so much fun with it. And I never ever thought that I would want to go in that direction, but it's really fun.
Yeah, no, there's a reason why these movies are made, because they are very entertaining. I saw the new Independence Day the other day, and stuff gets blown up and blah blah blah, and I was just entertained. I was like, I get it, but
Yeah.
but I do like to mix the big Hollywood movies with the indie movies, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for
There are good parts, good qualities to both.
exactly. I mean, with indies, I mean, I always feel like they're more character driven, just because depending on their budget, they can't do certain things, so they'll
Hmm.
just do either more dialogue or more random character development, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
And it might just really be birthed out of a desire to tell those kinds of stories. It's not, they might not want, they might not have that desire to have a blockbuster um, budget
Hmm.
and blow things up. That's just maybe not their artistic, uh, what's the word? Slant.
I get, yeah, that'll work. No, I totally get. I don't get the idea. Now, of course, I haven't made a big budget anything, but I don't get how people are like, I'm doing this rom com and I need 30 million. Like what? Why don't you just do it for a mil or something?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
the amount of money that is put into movies always blows my mind, unless it's like one of the superhero film. I get that,
Yeah. Because
but
that's special effects and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
I just posted something on Twitter. It was like a repost of someone's article about someone said, there's no excuse not to be making movies on the weekends with your friends with your iPhone.
yes,
And it's true. I mean, I watched, what was I, Tangerine is the name of the movie, I think.
mm-hmm.
It was completely shot on an iPhone. I mean, I think they have
Oh, yeah.
special, oops, I just pressed a button. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you.
Okay. They had like maybe special lenses. I don't know. I'm not really a filmmaker, but it was shot on an iPhone and it was really good.
Mm,
So I
okay.
mean, it just shows what you can do without that much of a budget.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and as far as technology has come along, you can make a professional looking film for less, for the amount it costs a camera. I mean, the big thing is that some people don't get. Lighting is still very important.
I agree.
So,
Totally.
but whatever. Um, what have you seen any recent movies that you've really enjoyed?
Oh gosh, let me think. It's been a couple months.
Hmm.
I'm obsessed. I mean, I don't know if anybody isn't obsessed with Game of Thrones. Not a movie, obviously it's a TV show, but
Right.
I'm like dreaming about Game of Thrones right now. I'm so obsessed with it. Um, let's see, movies I have, but I'm completely blanking. What about you?
Uh, so I so again, what the movie I haven't seen it yet, but I'm really excited to see it is Swiss Army Men.
Swiss Army Men. I haven't
Yes.
heard of it.
Oh my gosh, this is the trailer had me sold on it alone. It stars Paul Dano and
Oh, I like him.
what's Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yes,
I can be
yes.
really bad with movie names. Yes, I want to see that.
It's
Did you? Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Did you see Paul Dano in Love? What is it called? Love and Mercy?
Oh, is that the
The one about the Beach Boys?
I did not see that.
Oh my gosh, you have to see it. It's so good.
Yeah, and I like Paul Dano. I just yeah, I'll check that one out. But
Yeah. Okay, sorry, but back to Swiss
no,
Army Man.
yeah, the whole idea of the movie is just so far fetched, and it just looks so awesome. I just really want to see that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked kind of creepy, but
Right,
really interesting.
right.
Yeah, definitely far-fetched.
Yeah, no, I just was instantly sold when Paul Dano started using Daniel Radcliffe as a machine gun.
Yeah, I saw that in the preview.
Yeah, exactly. I was just, what is this? I have to see. It's so weird.
Yeah. One of the movies that's popping up, and this is not so new anymore. This is probably like a year old, but Carol,
Oh yes, yes, yeah.
that was really good.
I still need to go back and watch all those Oscar movies. I don't know why I've been putting it off, but I really want to watch Room.
Oh, I saw that.
I I know I heard from a lot of people that saw it. It's a downer movie for sure.
Yeah, I
A
mean,
little bit.
it's downer,
Yeah,
but there are good parts. I mean, upbeat, optimistic parts to it too.
Right, right. I just don't want to go in with a positive attitude and then, oh god,
Oh,
I'm waiting for the perfect mood, basically.
yeah, I get it. Do you like to read promos before or watch a promo before you see a movie?
I do, but I never like to fully judge a movie by the trailer or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because I think it's unfair to judge, 2 minutes worth of footage in like the whole Ghostbusters thing,
Okay.
where everybody's freaking out and saying how bad it is. Well, you haven't seen the movie; you've just seen the
No.
trailer.
Right, right.
So
Yeah, I like to go into a movie and I like to know nothing about it.
yes,
So even if there's like a little blurb written up, I try not to even read it because then I'm waiting for those moments to happen like the whole time I'm watching it.
right, right. No,
I'd
that
rather just go in and have no idea what's going to happen and just get carried away with the story.
I miss those days of just not being able to know anything. But
Yeah.
the one movie because I'm a huge superhero fan, and I really enjoyed Batman v Superman.
Okay, I
But
didn't see it.
well, I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yes.
It's everyone said it's I think 2.5 hours long. I could have easily watched that movie for 5 hours just
Ooh,
because I'm crazy like that.
that's when you know it's a good movie, when you just don't want it to end.
Exactly. I really didn't want it to end, and I just wanted to keep watching it. But I wish that I could have forgotten everything that I've read, even to the point when I heard Ben Affleck was Batman.
Uh-huh.
I wish I forgot everything right before I saw the movie.
Really?
Yeah, because then I would have been like, "Who's this? What's Ben Affleck doing? He's Bruce Wayne."
Yeah. Yeah.
But no. Yeah.
Oh, the movie with Christian Bale, Brad Pitt.
Oh, The Big Short.
Yes, so good. Love.
I enjoyed that one. I do need to watch it again though because I think I felt like I was paying too much attention to the numbers, and I missed
Oh,
some of the things.
right.
But yeah, very enjoyable movie.
Christian Bale, he's on the top of my list.
Is he?
People,
It's
I
not
would love
it's
to
not
work with
Steve Carell.
Steve. Well, Steve Carell is awesome. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, he's amazing. But no, Christian Bale, I just feel like he transforms himself in every single movie. He's completely different. His
Right.
speaking mannerisms, the way he carries himself. I mean, I couldn't even recognize him in American Hustle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely someone I look up to.
I always respect those. Like, no offense to all the actors that don't do this, but I mean, like you said, he really goes into character, and it's so nice because you just kind of forget it's Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you do whenever you're trying to portray a character? Is there a process you go through?
Yeah, there is a process. Well, the first thing I guess I do is develop my own history.
Hmm.
Excuse me. At least like what's not pointed out in the script,
Okay. Yeah.
because sometimes they'll give you a background, but they don't tell you their whole life story. So I'll go in and figure out, what was this person's childhood like and be really specific about moments that happened that shaped their lives.
Hmm.
Um, so that's one big thing that I do. And I like to think about, clothing and,
Mm.
what does this person wear? What does this person like to smell like? Um, yeah, those are the very beginnings.
Right on. I'm getting ready to do another short here in a couple months, and I have my actors all ready to go. And I thought, because I listen to a lot of music, that's how I get into my own headspace.
Sweet.
So what I did was I thought it'd be fun to send the actors playlists of what the characters would listen to,
Yes.
but I threw in some curveballs, like weird songs that shouldn't be in this list. And I was like, you know what? You figure out what to do, like how this affected your character.
Oh, wow.
And so I sent that
I
off.
love that. You know what? I used to listen to when I was in college, I was in a play, and before I would go on stage, I would listen to Ministry.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Ministry?
A little. Can you?
Yeah, sort of like well, it's a band
Yeah.
and sort of industrial, kind of like really dark. They're a 90s band.
Oh, okay.
Just something that people typically did not associate with me whatsoever.
Right.
And I remember people in the dressing room like kind of remarking like, "Wow, I never would have thought you'd listen to this." So it's just kind of funny that you're putting that like you're doing that yourself with your playlist. Like you might think that somebody has a certain style or certain type, but you never really know. There are little quirks.
Exactly. And because everybody has little quirks. I mean, I like to jam out to the Spice Girls every once in a while. Why not? Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
I will say I'm not a huge fan of Posh Spice. I don't know.
No.
I don't think she did much in the band, but whatever.
She's doing a lot now.
Yeah, I know. She did more now than she did in the band, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you ladies, Spice ladies, you don't need her anymore. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no.
You can tour without her.
Oh. I have no idea what's going on with them now. Are they doing a tour?
I think they. I don't know. I heard this news a while ago, but I think they did want to do a reunion tour or something like that. But
Okay.
Victoria was just like, no.
No.
And I was just, well, I mean, she didn't do much, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. That's funny.
But whenever, when I was going to film school, I would blast just heavy metal
Yeah.
before we were going to shoot anything, just because I wanted to be very pumped up. And I don't listen to that stuff normally, but I just felt like I needed to get my adrenaline up. So I would just listen to the darkest and heaviest
Yeah.
stuff.
I totally get it.
Yeah, yeah. And if you ever need, this is a tidbit for everyone out there. If you ever are working on a character that starts all happy and then goes darker and darker and darker,
Uh-huh.
the best thing to listen to is the Drive soundtrack.
The Drive.
Yes, the Drive with Ryan Gosling.
Okay, I haven't seen it. I'm
Yeah.
really behind on a lot of important stuff.
The Drive is such a good movie, and the soundtrack is even better because it starts out all nice and happy and then just goes dark.
Really?
Yeah, I remember I was writing a dark comedy, and I was listening to the soundtrack, and I was just, oh my God, can I just get out of this? I was ready to be done writing just because I felt all bad, and
Whoa.
I just wanted to feel happy again.
Wow.
That's what Drive
powerful.
does to you.
Okay, well, I wrote it down. I'm going to look into it.
All right, cool.
Sounds like you're writing a lot.
I actually haven't been writing in a while. I haven't written anything in 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, it's my own thing where I live in at the time I was living in Oregon,
Okay.
and I love Oregon. That's I consider it my hometown.
Okay.
The whole state is my hometown basically.
Nice.
But now I live in Texas, and so I'm far away from many of my film contacts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I haven't written anything in a while. And then one year I said I'm just going to go visit my friend in Wisconsin and go write shorts. So I did that. And then I hadn't written anything until this last short because I said to myself, you know what? I need to pick myself up, and I'm going to start getting back out there and writing shorts again. So
Yeah.
So
It's funny that you mentioned that you went to Wisconsin to write because I feel like I'm from Michigan, but I live in New York.
yeah.
And I feel like whenever I'm in Michigan for an extended amount of time, I get so creative.
Yeah.
There's something about it that just really inspires me.
Exactly. It's just I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because we feel so free being.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I do for a long time. I have felt like Texas had this mental block on me, and I felt very unmotivated to do any sort of film work. But now this year, I call it a New Year's resolution. But I said, you know what? I really need to get back writing and directing and editing and all that.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I hopefully it all works out.
Yeah. Where in Texas are you?
I live in San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay. I
Yeah.
haven't been, but I've been to Austin and driven through other parts.
Yeah, I would say Austin's probably the best part of Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be in Austin this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Just because I love it up there.
Sweet.
It just reminds me of Portland.
Really? Yeah, that's another place I need to go. I haven't been to Portland.
Portland is so good, and there's so much nice people and good music.
Yeah.
So I would recommend doing that.
All right. I'm going to make it there.
And just don't listen to the Drive soundtrack while you're doing it.
Okay.
But what other projects do you have coming up?
Well, I just got cast in a dramatic short for the New York Film Academy just like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I'm playing sort of a bad girl character, which I'm really excited about.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
A lot of listening to Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott. I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, that really might work. And then we start to shoot this week, so it's coming up really soon.
Wow, okay, right on.
Yeah.
And just how long of a shoot is it?
I'm going to be on set 2 days. I'm in a supporting role. So yeah, it's not a very long shoot. And then I'm also doing an off-Broadway one act right now, and that's premiering July 14th in a theater near Times Square.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And what's the play about?
Well, it's a one act. It's a short play.
Okay.
I'm playing the other woman, another bad girl.
Okay.
Yes. And what's it about? Well, I'm the other woman, and I meet up with my lover's wife.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we have a face-to-face.
Gotcha.
And that's what it's all about.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's part of a women's theater festival.
Ah.
There's many one-act plays happening, and it's all women writers and all women characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yes,
One of the things I wanted to do with my writing was because I've always been wanting to write a good female character.
Okay.
Just because I'm a guy, so it's very easy for me to think guy. So
you're not alone.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And so I remember when I was writing the script that I want to do, I just sat there and I just thought to myself, does this really need to be played by a guy? So then I changed one of the characters to a lady.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I have a friend who converts monologues that were written for men. She just does them for herself.
Oh, that's cool.
Because, the writing really is very different.
Right.
I can understand that it would be a challenge. If you're a guy, you don't necessarily know how a woman thinks or what she feels and what she's going through, and how she sees the world. So it's understandable. But yeah, it can be very, very different.
Yeah.
It can come out differently on the page. That doesn't mean it's necessarily truthful.
Right.
Am I making sense?
No, that makes total sense.
Yeah. Or accurate would be a better word.
Yes. And then as I was writing the same script, it went from male to male to female to male. And then I got the other thinking, does this other character need to be a guy? So then now I have an all-female script, and I'm so happy about it. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
And it's just it's just something I've always wanted to tackle, and I just felt like, well, I'm kind of going out of my comfort zone a little bit with the story, so I might as well just go for it and get awesome actors, and there we go.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see some of your work.
I can't. Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Cool.
I'm really excited about this one because like I said, I've been rusty, so I want to get back into it.
Yeah. Marlene Dietrich, are you familiar with her?
Mm-mm.
She's, oh gosh, what was it? The 20s, 30s? She was back in the glamour days of Hollywood, black and white, just a super huge starlet, and she was also a singer. Mm-hmm. She used to sing songs that were written for men for the same idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was right up there with like Greta Garbo and, Betty Davis, all those people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So are you a fan of old Hollywood?
Yes, I used to be obsessed. I used to have like a binder, like a thick, thick binder, where I would go to the library and print out the biographies of all of the, big time Hollywood stars from back in the black and white days. Vivian Leigh from Gone with the Wind,
Hmm.
Clark Gable,
Yeah.
Shirley Temple, just all those people. Yes, I loved. That was I think one of my biggest inspirations.
I really miss vaudeville.
Yeah.
That's something I really miss because I remember being exposed to the Three Stooges when I was a kid, and that I mean, third grade, I was doing curly jokes,
Oh.
and nobody got them. I'd tell them hit my hand, and then I'd swing it around and hit the top of their head. It's like
Uh-huh.
what kind of third grader does crap like that?
That's
But
so cute.
yeah, no, I love vaudeville. I love the Marx Brothers. They're so funny.
Yeah.
I just miss that whole era. I wish I could have seen it.
Yeah. Maybe you can bring it alive in some of your work.
Maybe, or I can wait till time travel's possible. And then just go back. I just want to see it. I don't want to live through it. Okay. I'm too comfortable with Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So I just want to see it.
Okay, I get it.
So yeah. Yeah.
Who knows?
This is the part where I like to give my guests the floor to plug or pitch or anything, but for the people at home who want to keep in contact with you, where can they do that?
Oh, sure. Well, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Sinister Foxy,
Mhm.
and my website is kimparis.net.
There you go. And if you would like to come back anytime you want, I would be okay with that.
That would be amazing. You're so fun to talk to.
Well, thank you. I had a blast chatting with you. I miss just talking BS about movies. It's something I don't do anymore, but I miss it.
Really. Well, anytime you want to do that, I'm here.
Awesome. Sounds good. So I feel like I should let you go work on your characters and listen to the Drive soundtrack / Missy Elliott and Spice
Sounds
Girls
good. Yeah.
minus Posh, all that good stuff.
Okay, Chris, thank you so much for having me on.
All right. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Okay, take care.
All right. Bye-bye.